Welcome, everyone.
Welcome to Blessed Combo.
Hey, we missed y'all. Did y'all miss us?
Yes, I most definitely missed them.
I
for sure.
did. We are back for season 2, episode 1.
It's a family affair.
Hey.
It's a family affair. Hey, I'm Tarsha B.
And I am Ray D. And you know, together we are Blessed Friendzz.
Throw some Z's on
We
that
want
now.
all the Z's today.
We want 'em.
All.
You know, today is a day of slumber and rest, so we're going to throw some extra Z's for those who are out there relaxing on this wonderful day, tuning in to.
What y'all like to do? Put that in the chat for anybody that's watching. Do y'all chill on Sundays or do y'all have fun day Sunday?
Yes.
Well,
So,
as we mentioned, it's a family affair.
it is a family affair today. We are here with an extension of us, our babies.
Yes.
Our babies.
Baby.
We're going to let them introduce themselves.
Whatever.
Well, first, let me just say this.
Yes,
We just thought it would be coming into season 2. We really just thought that it would be really good for you guys to meet our babies.
Our babies. There's a a lot of times people see Rachel and I together all the time, and it's like, you know, we are actually parents. We have to.
We actually do, Mom. You know, it's more than just taking pictures of, you know, acting crazy and silly.
Yes.
And
we do friendship,
trying to
we do
change the
business,
world.
and we most definitely do parenting
together. Like, for real, together,
You
y'all.
guys seen our pictures. Isn't our family cute? Our little family so cute.
So, who we have here is our babies, as we said. So, we definitely would like for you guys to hit us with.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, guys.
Oh.
Yikes.
Yeah.
So we're going to have you introduce your own self. So
Yeah.
let us know your name, how old you are,
Music that you're listening to right
music that
now.
you're interested in right now, or listening to, and
Okay.
what's your favorite fall?
Like, what you looking forward
you
towards the
looking
fall?
forward
Like,
towards
what
the fall?
is fall gonna look like for you?
Okay, hello. I'm Jalen Wood. I am 18 years of age. I am Rachel's son, Auntie
my
Tasha's neph's son. You know, I am. Sorry, what was I supposed to say?
What's your music? What you listening to?
I listen to Tizra. She kind of makes house music. If you guys listen to house music, it's kind of like kind of like, you know.
Okay,
kind
Detroit.
Of feel it, you know. Yeah, she makes really good music. If you want to check her out, she has a really good album. Yeah. Favorite thing I'm looking forward to this fall, probably pumpkin spice donuts, you know. Especially
Your mama's child.
You better.
Most definitely your mother's
frozen
child.
cider mill, you know. Just nature walks, you know, just being out, seeing the leaves and stuff.
Yeah.
Fall, favorite time.
Yay.
Yes.
Okay, pass
All
the
right.
mic.
Hey. I'm Manhattan Cook, and I'm Tarsha's daughter, and I am 12. I'm 12, and my favorite artist, I'm going to put an S on that, is Pink Panthers, Kali Uchis, SZA, Tyler the Creator, Childish Gambino. And
Something like Jalen played.
Solid. You know, that's my sister, you know, we know.
And I can't wait for my favorite thing I'm looking forward to is when all the leaves are red
Okay.
on the
Yeah.
trees.
Yeah.
Especially like when it's like that red, kind of like orange red.
Yeah.
It has a nice feel to it. It's nice.
Yes.
Good.
I'm most definitely looking forward to just fall fashion. I'm looking to layering. I want to do more opaque tights, color tights, more overalls, skirts,
Yes.
trench coats.
Oh, I seen a cute trenchy one.
And I want to do patterned berets for the fall.
Yeah. Mine kind of looks like that too, but I want to go more into, you know, I love a good print. So I'm looking for some printed opaques, like some really
Yeah, I was gonna
cute.
say, so like, who are you pulling for like your fashion inspo for the fall? Like, who are you trying to channel?
I'm I'm kind of trying to be the nanny.
Yeah.
I love the nanny. Just makes me happy. Jalen told me I was like a rocker nanny, and I was like, that makes sense because I do.
Yeah, like the Moschino, kind of like Chanel, kind of like put together, 70s vibe, I feel.
Simplistic but funky, tight, little cute, little short, little,
Yeah, I'm most definitely maybe going a little rockerish because I want some platform Doc Martens. I want some magenta pink ones for the fall.
I was just looking at some
with the cute little corduroy overalls.
Yeah,
that would be
that would be nice.
Yes.
I feel like you can never go wrong with just black, and I kind of want to. I feel you on the rocker thing. I just kind of want to go somewhere like
which
distress.
Call it emo?
Not emo. No, I'm not. I don't like emo. No, it's kind of, like I said, kind of like a '80s grunge rocker. Just
so you're talking about like kind of punk.
Like with just like a little more of a street wear because that's where I'm home to. Kind of like branching out from like the preppy like collar that I had. Branching out.
Yes,
I think all of us are changing our looks this summer. It seems this fall. It sound like.
Yeah, overall, everyone should branch out. It's
I think you
time
should push
we're
them.
back out. People are seeing you again. Like it's definitely time to branch out and do new things for sure.
I agree.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. So I think that what we could get into first is just our parenting styles.
Yeah.
Because Tarsha, Maddie got out the car first. And I was like, yes. Like her whole, I was feeling the nails, a little high, just all of that. I was feeling it all. And then Tasha like,
she came for me.
No, let me just backtrack a little bit, okay? Matt, hold on one second.
See, this is why.
Okay, wait.
Hold on.
Chance for a rebuttal,
So, my child is 12 years old, as we have stated, okay? She's 12 years old. We live in the social media world. And I just feel like it's certain things should not be worn or participated in until a certain age. And I know that kids are doing a lot more things, like wearing highlighter in the side of their eyes at an earlier age. However, I'm still want to keep you, as a 12-year-old for a little bit because she already looks like she's about 14 or 15. So when you add now, show the nails, Maddie, into the show the nails.
They look good, don't they, guys? So give a round of applause for the nails, guys.
Oh my goodness. Hold on now. She is allowed to. We do press-ons, like we play around.
And they're
nails.
press-ons for the record, guys.
Press-ons.
Yeah.
She's had those for about 2 months now that she took them off and put them back in the package. So that's okay.
Special occasions.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
So Maddie has asked me before, Mom, can I put like highlighter on the side of my eyes? Just right there, no other makeup, just I'm like, for the house, you can play in it for sure. You can have all my old makeup, you can play in it for sure. So we had that conversation, right? She asked me about mascara. Can I, because she has very long eyelashes, can I wear mascara? I said, you can wear the clear kind, just to lift them up because she does have really long eyelashes. So today, she comes out of the room. She knew she was going to be on a podcast today. Nails are on fleek.
Special occasion.
Special occasion.
Highlighter in the sides of her eyes. So I said, Maddie.
Special eye for a special occasion.
Exactly.
We did not have a discussion about you wearing highlighter. I
That's
thought I
what she
already
messed
told
up
you could
at.
wear it in the house and not out. She was like, well, Mom,
I be trying to ride
can
for
we
my
do
girl.
it for special occasions? I said, well, we didn't talk about that before you put it on your eyes today.
Yeah.
So
Yikes.
you're forcing it on me. You're trying to push the envelope to get me to buy into what you're buying into already.
So let's just say that you can tell our parenting styles from that just in itself. It's been many times where I have called Sasha like, Jalen, she like, you got to be tough. You just got to get it together. You just need to da-da-da-da. And I'm more of the, what's this? Just, let her. Just kind of, And it balances each other for sure.
It does.
Because what did Maddie say? TT Rachel is gonna what?
She's told me, she said, watch, when TT Rachel sees me, she's going to be like, oh, you're so cute. Oh, I love your hair. Oh, I love everything. I promise you, as soon as Rachel came to the car door, she opened it and was like, oh, you look so cute. I'm like,
No, I was like, I see you. I said, okay, I see. Come on, nails. Yes.
I'm like, do not encourage this, Rachel.
Yeah. So I think that we kind of balance each other out definitely as parents because Tasha definitely is,
I grew up in a household very stern. Mom, she was fun loving and everything, but she did not play. And she had all girls, so it really, nope, too short. Oh, nope. She stayed on us about being ladies and not being, being age appropriate, even though we might have been mature. She made sure we tried to stay as girly as possible.
And I was raised the same. Like, I grew up in a 2-parent family home, but I had a Southern father who was a Christian Southern man. So the skirts couldn't be short. We had to put everything on before we left to go to the hall. We just had, like, let me see, y'all curvy. So I am used to it, but mine, I think it's a little different because I raised a boy. And, we don't have those conversations. So to me, I'm just kind of like, girl. And because I work with kids, so I just see so many, like, I'm just like, she's not doing anything that. And I get when our parents would say so because everybody else doing it, you need to do it. I get that. But I'm just saying, I'd be like, so it's just a little bit.
But one of my things with Maddie is I just always want to know your reasoning why. Like if you came to me and said, Mom, this is something I'm into, this is something that I want to do for me, then I can respect that a little more versus just going along with the trend.
Yeah.
Why is this important to you? Why do you want to do it? Why do you want to wear highlighter only in the sides of your eyes? Do you make you feel prettier? I mean, what?
That's my favorite part of the makeup, though.
I
love that.
So when she's coming with, I don't know, then no, you don't need to wear it because you can't even tell me why you want to wear it.
And so then when she called me and be like, TT, I'd be like, girl, your mama. It's just like, you just came. Like, you got to come at her a little different. Let me tell you how you going to work this one. You going to tell her?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Jalen, remember that time I called on Jalen's 18th birthday?
Oh, my gosh. My poor Lord. So Rachel calls me, you guys. Her feelings are hurt because now she has an 18-year-old young man. So he is independent. He's doing his thing. He's like, Mom, it's my 18th. I want to do what I want to do for my birthday. However, Mama had been working hard. Mama was trying to, produce these things for graduation and prom and birthdays is all around. He didn't even want to talk to me.
My feelings was hung up. Well, she laughed first, like, oh, you for real? You crying for real?
I didn't even know I was like, is this serious? Like, oh, no, we for real right now. My bad. Yeah. Man, I called his little butt so quick. Jalen.
I did get that call. I'd like to.
I'm like, what are you doing? He's always like, he's checking the temperature. Hey, auntie. Is everything cool? It is not. Your mama didn't crying, saying you don't love her. You're not appreciative. You wouldn't talk to her. She is highly emotional right now. I'm going to need you to get it together. Oh, my God, auntie. I just want to play with my friend. I'm like, hold on. You know what you're dealing with here. Yeah. Call your mother. I need you to do it just like this. Yeah. Tell her she's the best mom in the world. You love her with all your heart. You're going to make sure you call her in the morning. I said, boy, I don't know what I'm going to do with you.
So it's just, we definitely tag team our children. That's just one area, but we definitely parent together and have, I remember when it came a time for Jalen to kind of be where Maddie is. And I was just like, sis, I don't want him to go. Like, I just don't want. And she like, you just got to trust him. You got to let him, you done good. Let him show you that you guys, he has good reasoning. He'll be good. You just got to learn to trust him. And that really helped me. And I was just like, okay.
Because they're good. They're really good kids.
Yeah.
I'm interested to know how you guys view us as parents, and how it is like growing up with two best friends who are very extremely close, because y'all
don't even know. They be like, Auntie Tasha,
they come in, who you on the phone with? I'm like,
yeah, okay, so I'm going to get into that.
Yes,
who are on the phone with? Since I can remember, my mom, she used to be on the phone for hours on hours on hours on hours on hours, and I'm like, who is she talking to? And obviously my mom, she's talkative, and we talk to a lot of friends and different stuff, so I'm like, okay, cool, but it's always Auntie Tasha. 9 times out of 10 it's Auntie Tasha, and they talk about just, you overhear the most randomest craziest things, and ear hustling to you guys, but just
we're the biggest ear hustlers.
You hear everything.
Then they be trying to wait so Auntie, so they come back
you guys are,
so you said y'all, I heard
y'all making some money doing what?
It's just that, it's just they're always with each other, so it was only natural that Auntie Tasha became my mom in a sense, because talking to my mom about something that happened to me urgently, and I would come to her, Auntie Tasha's on the phone, so Auntie Tasha will understand and hear what's happening, and then I would get their input, Auntie Tasha's input, so it'll always just work out,
Now I can say that as Jalen has gotten older, we've tried to implement more boundaries, just because it's his personal business.
For sure.
He's dealing with different things. So if he wants to come to Auntie Tasha for that, he can.
Yeah,
but if it's just between him and his mom, then I try not to. Because before I'd be like, what do you say?
What happened? And it did, as he got older, I definitely had to start to respect his boundaries, because I just knew some things were personal that he was just saying to me as his mom versus me. And when I'd be like, okay, we can talk about it, or he say something, or she might mention to me that he talked to her about it, and I'd be like, okay, well, he's we're talking about it. So we definitely have done that. Respecting his boundaries as he get older.
Now, if a topic is too heavy, then my boo coming to me. Okay?
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah,
and she gonna know. All she gonna know is I'm just be like, just pray for your baby.
Just pray for your baby.
Just pray for me. Pray for him.
And that's the thing too. They were saying parenting styles are different. My mom is very emotional, in the sense of where we see each other's based on emotions because we're on the same person, my mom raised me because I'm so we see each other eye to eye on emotions, but I'm not, to a certain extent though, because I'm not as emotional.
He's logical.
I'm very analytical for sure, and that's where Auntie Tasha comes in, because she's very practical in this sense, and gives me a step-by-step plan, and okay, fill it out, but you need to move forward, so it's always good to get different perspectives and different outlooks on how should I handle things or situations or people, because
and that's definitely
it's a beautiful thing, and I'm appreciative for it.
Yes, thank you for sharing that, Sunshine. We love you so much. You're such a good boy.
Okay, Matt, let's get into we're not gonna even get on the spoil chat. We're gonna let Maddie go ahead.
Come on, girl. How you feel? That's my baby.
Yeah, we love Maddie over here.
What?
That is my girl. I wanted a son, and then she wanted a daughter.
I did, and so God really gave us both, for sure.
He did.
And Maddie got some ways like her teeth.
Oh my goodness! Look at she ready. She's always ready, full of just energy. Hey, Matt.
So hey, talk to us, girlie.
Love bug.
She just did too. Out loud. She could have left that one.
Laugh out loud. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Not to laugh out loud.
So what's been your experience, Maddie? Or Manhattan, excuse me.
Yes, Manhattan, everyone.
Yes.
Unique. Well, it's been really fun, but sometimes it's annoying. But the most part, it's been fun and nice, because I can if something's wrong, I remember one time my mom was super mad at me, and I literally text TT, and I was like, TT, what do I do? And then she helped me, and then like over a few days, my mom wasn't that mad anymore.
Yeah.
I'm like, girl, you know you gotta let that thing be upset because she there. When she get there, she there. So you just gotta.
Yeah, because only kids sometimes, when you only have one child, no matter how you pair them up with their cousins, with their brothers, you know, they just are naturally selfish little entitled beings at times.
That's
All right, so,
Says
That's a little
kids.
all right.
I'm feeling attacked.
Y'all could be. You guys are not.
Or serving best interest.
Serving best interest, definitely.
The new term for selfish is serving best interest. Okay,
You know, keeping
Yeah.
my best interest at heart. You know, and I don't think that's selfish.
okay. Wait, let's go back to Matt because we need to hear this self-serving. Okay, so you said.
So what's so annoying about us?
Yeah.
Oh, mind you, let me just tell you guys that we have open dialogue with our kids a lot. And so Maddie saying that we're annoying is not. It's not far fetched. We most definitely we are annoying to some people at probably more times than we like to admit. But whatever.
Right. Okay.
So we don't take any disrespect or anything by her saying.
Yeah.
We're
If she would
annoying.
have said annoying AF, then I would have been like, oh no.
She would have said that. Most definitely wasn't going to say that. Now. She has manners.
She bad.
Of course.
We know she did that. I'm just playing.
Oh, TT. I'm feeling attacked more than ever today.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, leave my sister alone. Okay.
We don't want y'all to feel
yes,
attacked.
That wasn't attacking, baby. You know I'm always on the team.
Oh gosh.
Matt?
Yeah, Maddie.
Well, Mom, you can be real annoying sometimes because, like, on the days, like, this just happened a few days ago. Like, I was sitting in the car and I was just looking outside and you were like, what's wrong with you? You seem like sad. And I'm like, Mom, it was on the way yesterday on the way to Kalia's birthday party. And I'm like, I'm just looking out the window. And then, like, you kept bringing it up, and I'm like, Mom, I'm okay. But then you always go, like, you always bring it to, like, Maddie, will you tell me, like, if you're ever going through something? Like, you say that every time, and I'm like, dang.
Your mother is concerned.
She's concerned.
That's it.
Yeah.
If I saw a shift, if I ever see a shift in anyone that I'm close to, behavior or just behavioral changes and things of that nature.
Speaking.
That's exactly. And I want to. We as millennials grew up, you know, it was pretty much you do as I say.
And talk when I tell you to.
Talk when I say don't ask any questions.
Yeah.
And
our feelings were not being validated or
No.
it just wasn't not like that.
so we most definitely wanted to raise you guys with the voice, you know, to be able to speak out, because I would never want anything traumatic to happen to you and you can't come to me or don't feel comfortable to come to me or even Rachel. So that's a big thing about us. We want you guys, if you don't come to me, I trust her enough for you to go to her and vice versa, you know.
But Mom, you was just acting sweet. So we gave some background about families, and I think about what's going on here with us, and I think that we've kind of laid a foundation for you guys to kind of get to understand us as a group. But I want to go into what we're kind of talking about with families, because we talked about how we were raised differently than them as millennials. And our parenting, how we are with them or whatever. So just asking them, dang, I lost my train of thought.
Just asking them, like, how we think about the differences between you guys' generation.
That's what it is.
Okay,
There you go. Because with them being millennials, you know, it's some things with our parents we took, but a lot of stuff we left behind, you know. And so we wanted to take our kids and put them in suburban schools. I tried to put my son in all
She did.
And he got bullied. And then I took him and cross A. He was a cross A mom, but when I took him to a more diverse, he blossomed. You know, like I watched my son become him. You know, and so with that being said, Maddie just went to middle school.
She did.
As I should.
Yes, she is. And so Tasha has been feeling some ways because Maddie has been going through some things, and so she's just really concerned about you, Matt. So that's basically what it's about. But we just want to talk about that.
Yeah, you know, Maddie, if you want to go, or I can go. It's cool.
Well, these kids at school. No.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like the with you guys is, I mean, obviously people are sneaky and conniving and do stuff behind your back all the time. Like that's what's going to happen. But like with our generation, I feel like since it's kind of frowned upon to like say stuff to people's face or be like outwardly mean or just cruel, you know, at times, when a lot of the stuff is like backstabbing or it's like blacklisting or like you can't like, oh, this person can't go this or you can't hang out with that person. Like you don't really know it's happening, but the groups of people or people around you, your peers or classmates and stuff like that, that's how they're.
Are you experiencing that, Matt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like it's not. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. What? I want Maddie to tell us exactly. So what is it? Because it's what your brother said. Is it something that's like that?
Yeah, well, the first red flag of that school was my schedule because, like, they were acting real weird. Yeah. They didn't give me gym for the whole year, and I was like,
that's awkward.
No, that's kind of weird.
If you want to be athletic and like actually active, gym is a fun class. I love gym class. I always took athletic class during.
Yes,
and I have to do choir for the whole year, and I have a performance this week, and I'm like, first of all. Where can I drop out? Because
no hate to the choir kids, but they don't get love for real.
Like, okay.
They can't sing, but
so is that why you don't want to be a part of it?
Yeah, like it's just wasting my time.
Spoiled?
I could be in another class doing something better, like in computer class.
Like that's called spoiled. But then, why waste your time doing something that you don't truly want
exactly.
to do?
That's how I parent.
I mean, I understand that,
but I
you know, yeah, and that's different. Like you know, going back to what you were saying about letting Maddie do certain things and stuff like that, like. I experimented and do a lot of different things, or rather it was like hair, clothes, just like so many different things. And like, but a lot of it, like I said, because I'm a more analytical person came with the reasoning. And I would come to my mom and tell her like, oh, I want to do this, or I want to try this, or I want to go this place, or, you know, and do stuff like this. But, I just lost my train of thought.
So no, is that right? But what you were saying is that you did different things, and I allowed you to. I didn't. And I totally let them go.
I totally agree that it's definitely important to have, when you're experimenting as being young and doing things like that, not to do it because it's a trend, because certain trends and certain things that people do and things like that can be detrimental to not only your health but your body. You know, like it's not okay.
Absolutely.
You know? So, and mentally too, for sure, because like then you're put on to like think, you know. So it's always good to do yourself and be yourself and do your own thing, but it's also good to allow room to be experimental, regardless if there's no reason behind or anything. If it's generally just because you want to do it, you know. If it's something you want to do, then spend time or like do that.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. Come on now, Maddie. Give Mama some props because I try to let her explore.
Yeah.
Hang out with her friends. She still got the highlighter on right now because I told her we were going to talk about it on camera.
Laugh out loud.
So yes. So I just want to make sure that you're good, especially in this transitional phase.
Yeah.
And you know, if you do know me, mental health and emotional health, positive emotional health and mental health is very important to me. So I think asking those questions, I'm not trying to be annoying. I just want to make sure. So
yeah, and like I think it's all about finding that blend, you know, like I just turned 18 and I just graduated high school, to put that in perspective. And I mean, obviously I've been in college throughout my dual enrollment program, but a lot of plans changed last minute on me and I had to figure it out, and it was really scary. And I had, you know, there was a lot of things that just went south real quick. And, you know, it was scary. And my mom was like, oh, you know, like she was like, ooh, pray for me. Like she was telling me, you know, so it's just like,
kind of go there.
You go there, but when you have those conversations and when you can tell how you feel and what's going on, like how me and my mom did, you talk about it. And
It
that's
worked,
the thing,
for
like,
sure.
That the missed thing with the past generation is no one talked about stuff. And that's the issue. Like, that's why problems arise or things, the lack of knowledge and the lack of misspread information, because no one's talking about it.
Yeah.
So when you talk about the things that are going on, especially when you're 18 and going through a hard transitional phase, trying to figure it out, and you're getting into the real world, trying to do it by yourself.
Yeah.
Or there's like trying on highlighter for the first time, or just dealing with friends or peers. It's really important to just talk about it with your parents or whoever you feel trusted.
Right.
Or,
I agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because some stuff I'm shifting over to Rachel, like, period. Like,
Yeah.
you may want to call your TT on that one because
And
She
I'd be
understand.
like, call your Auntie Tasha.
Yeah.
I'd be like, call her.
I've been blessed enough to have the outlets, so many different outlets, to be able to talk to not even just my mom, but like my friends or my aunts or my grandparents, my grandfather, like just so many different ways that I can.
Your dad.
Yeah, my dad, just so many talking about like the heart of my dad and just like when I need like that hardcore, like true advice, like seriously, like
slap you in your face.
slap you in the face,
Get
like
it
get it
together.
together. But like
he can drop that text like, your boy, your son. Be like, I know.
Yeah.
Get him.
But at the end of the day, it's all love, and that's the most important part. And
Really
Yes.
is.
yeah.
And knowing that, because we do love you guys.
We do.
Yeah.
We absolutely do.
Yeah.
We know you love us.
Yeah.
We know
You
we do.
guys know I love Maddie, so-
Tasha is a good mom. Like, I just think about just watching her be a mom. I'd be like, woo, she got a lot of energy because she just keeps Maddie so involved. She tries to do so much. Maddie's with her father every other weekend, but when she's on Wednesday planning things to do with Maddie on the weekend, because she definitely is like, I don't know. She's constantly trying to keep that connection with her. So that is just very...
Thank you,
It's
Mom.
good, yeah. She's a good mom. Yeah.
And shout out to her dad too, because he keeps her involved in some activities as well. That's why I try to balance it. Because, we got to create a little balance. Hard work, hard play, girl.
Yeah, work harder.
Do what you do.
Play harder.
Yeah.
Can we talk about like songs?
Oh, you want to get into the music?
I think
School us on some of the stuff y'all into.
I'm like, you want to go to the Untitled Chapter? I'm like, oh, I need to listen to her whole album. I just know the radio song.
I got me and my mom some tickets to Tiana Taylor.
It's her farewell tour.
Farewell tour.
She's about to clown.
She's about to clown. And if you guys ever seen Fade or just anything Tiana Taylor does, the abs.
Yes.
She just
nice
she looks really good, So
Just her
She's
as a
like an
person.
essence. Like she's just top tier. So,
And she is her.
Yeah, she's
she's
just
not
her.
trying to be nobody else but Tiana.
And that's the thing about artists. Like I don't listen to I'm not trying to be like that. I don't listen to it. But no, seriously though, I don't listen to I obviously I like to be alert and on trend with stuff, obviously.
But I mean,
you hear it every single day.
But
the song,
I know
my
more
mom
about.
hears she's probably like, what is he listening to? What is he going through? And it's not just what they're going through or anything. It's just so many music is so broad and there's so many different perspectives and so many different ways how people execute it and how their own outtake on it.
Yeah.
And when you have you can listen, you can go from listening to SZA. Then you can go listening to Megan or Bjork or Kanye or Dusty Springfield or Riverton, just crazy just
Did you say Minnie Rippleton?
Yeah, Minnie Rippleton.
Oh,
Yes, you know,
oh my goodness.
You know what I mean? It's
or
then, or just listening to Joy Division or Queen, love Queen. Freddie Mercury is a god. Rest in peace, his soul. He was a great. Love him. But you know what I mean? When you celebrate, when you listen to artists who are individually themselves and who put out good music, it's great. So yeah.
Matt, what you got? Because my baby listens to music. Hey, Alexa, play. Hey, Alexa.
Yeah.
Well, this song that I like to listen to now is called, it's spelled LES, and it's by Childish Gambino. It's like really good.
Okay. Why are you feeling that? What's the vibe to that?
It's like not a slow song, but like it has like a slow beat. Mom, I played it.
This morning.
Yeah, has like a
I'm
slow
gonna have to look
beat.
that up. What you say it was? What's the name?
L.E.S.
L.E.S.
I also think that's like another thing, like with different generational differences. The music that we listen to is a lot more like on a chiller, slow, like beat, like very
Like our parents.
Yeah,
You guys.
like we're writing back to like everything's more like groovy, more chill because like everything's so fast paced again. How the world is, like, you know, we have to figure out stuff to kind of like separate it, you know. So
Yeah.
I could agree with that. Maddie has put me up on a lot of new artists that I didn't know.
And there's this one artist, Pink Pantheress. Like her music is like
especially.
upbeat, and it gives me like 2000, like the 2000s.
6,000. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. Like,
like
Pink Pantheress.
What does it give you?
It gives you like, you know, like
early 2006, like rave club.
like the upbeat.
Like you would see, like it's not like emo.
That's acting like some old.
But her
people.
music is like really good.
Yeah, it's like kind of like an emo, like punk. Like you see some people like underneath like a garage or like a
Definitely won't be listening to that.
Yeah,
It's kind of
TT.
psychedelic type.
Yeah.
Some of the songs are kind of like.
Maybe if I have it. edible.
not psychedelic almost. Not necessarily
Not
but
that.
like under like the bridge type of music, you know, like it's like
I
very
just think some of y'all
underground.
music is so dark. Like I just think a lot of some of the music
Because the
that
world
they.
is so dark, though.
I mean, I get that. I
And
mean,
like-
clearly,
but like-
your
but like-
world,
but like-
the
but
world
like-
is. But it just some of it doesn't make me feel good, and I like feel good
Yeah, that's
music.
true.
Like
I
just
do like feel good.
I want to groove. So a lot of Jalen stuff, the beats, if I catch it, I'm like, oh, I like that. And then some stuff I'd be like, close my door.
Yeah.
Some stuff I'm like, that is too depressing. Billie
Why
Eilish
you want to listen
sometimes.
to that in the
it's so
beginning of
down.
the day? Like it's the morning time. You better put some worship on or something.
And that's the thing. Like, not everything I feel like has to be that. Like, we're not all singing him.
I don't listen to no hymns either. Now, don't try to do that. You tried it.
So Jalen always comes for his mom because she listens to a lot of gospel music
not
all the
just
time.
like gospel
And
music,
I'm
but
like,
like
she
gospel
listens
music.
to so much other stuff. Then.
Jalen don't know. Like I am like
I know.
I can go from
I
City
know.
Girls
Honey.
to Meg
No, City
to
Girls to like
Lil Kim.
Oh,
Kirk Franklin.
yikes.
I don't even know. Just like she goes from like to clapping her hand like
That's
to
working like
She
just
be
from like,
twerking 5 minutes and praying on her knees a day. You must definitely get that vibe from Ray.
yeah.
you know, and then,
I'm a praise
and
dance work. You
I
better
love
know
it though,
it.
you know, like
Period.
it's all like I
My
said,
Lord
being
knows
yourself.
me.
And
Yeah.
and like my mom, she always raised me like we're raising me to be myself and just like
Absolutely.
experience, you know. So it's fun.
Yeah, it is.
No judgment. We're having no fun over here.
We are. Yeah.
Let's talk about a little bit of like mental health, like just some of the coping skills you guys do. I know you were sharing earlier about Maddie, you know, just being yourself, going through a transitional phase, as well as Maddie. She is currently going through a transitional phase by entering junior high, you know, pre-teening, things of that nature. When you face these challenges, or when you have faced the challenges that you have, you know, transitioning to adulthood, what are some of the coping skills that you've used in order to help you through those times? Because you said you had to navigate some of it alone. Like, I got this. I can do it.
Yeah, that's it.
So what's helped you? Both of you guys, whoever want to go first.
Matt, let's go with that first.
Well, I know I used to, like, when I got sad, I used to just, like, sometimes I still do this, like, I get sluggish and, like, I stay in my bed. And, like, during some of the first few weeks of school, I was very stressed, like, because we had so much schoolwork and it was so much getting used to. And I had all these essays done, and I still had gymnastics and boxing and speech and debate. And it just felt like I never got a break. And when I did, it just felt like it just went by so quick.
No, yeah, I feel.
Welcome to the productive life.
And that's the thing. I'm sorry,
sound like
Maddie.
you, Jalen.
Sorry, I'm telling you that never ends and it only gets worse. And I've had a lot of older like people who are teenagers and stuff like that because since being an only child, I think you're susceptible to talking to more adults and because you're just you and your mom. It's just
you can be around adults.
Yeah. So
did they help you balance that?
Yeah, they helped me balance it and just realizing that like you're not like when you're going through this stuff like you're not alone and it's important when you're going through these things to like really sit back and like feel it out like Maddie is saying like it is like laying down in bed and feeling like you don't want to do anything or you don't feel like getting up or
is that like depression? Like that or are you just taking a break from
exhausted.
It's like
more like exhausted.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like and like you can
I don't want to speak for you though. No, like feel like exhaustion or depression. Jalen, what does that feel like?
It's not much just like depressing, but like daily life sometimes gets exhausting and it's like obviously speaking from where I'm speaking of like life situations are different for me than compared to other people but like for everyone like exhaustion happens and when you want to strive for a level of success that like only so few achieve like I was been telling people like I've been telling my mom it gets exhausting because you want to do well and when you have that much pressure on yourself and like you're going at it or you want to do it, it's exhausting. So,
it is.
So what do you do to get out of that?
Yeah, when you get out of it, so like
you listen to music. So like I was saying, talk to adults.
So
what do you do?
So like I was saying, like first, I fill it out, lay in bed, watch some TV, especially like I'll binge watch a show to like throw myself off or like especially if it's like a vibe or something that I want to achieve like I've been watching How to Get Away with Murder and no I mean dead serious and like I started
trying to get away with something.
No I'm not trying to get away with anything.
It's helping him navigate.
And Facebook but like you know what I mean but like
look at my like it's helping you navigate right.
Well, yeah,
he said
but like sorry, but like Professor Keating, like being so analytical and like having to figure out how to get out of these like life-threatening situations or somebody else is going to jail. You know what I mean? And not just for death, but just like any court situation. It's just the motivation that like you get from like other outsources, like other outlets to just see. So
that's what you do.
Definitely like watching a TV show. Music for sure. Like I watched Scarface for the first time when I was graduating high school with like Tony Montana and like getting his album.
That was like it's such a vibe.
Yeah, he was like such a. I'm so excited. I love it. He's a constant mindset. But music for sure. Like during like the transitional time period, Yeezus by Kanye West was one of the album that I replayed the most. Blood on the Leaves, On Sight. New Slaves.
He's a gay.
Like I'm a big Kanye West fan. And
like how I feel about Jay, he feel like about gay.
And like especially when the narrative is pushed on the album, like it's like, oh crap. It's because when Kanye made that album, he was that was before he dropped the Yeezy shoes and stuff like that before he started making money. Like he was in the process of building and trying to figure it out. And when you can find albums and artists and things to relate to, and when you're in the process, especially when you're trying to build up, like it just correlates and it helps. So I definitely think that's music for sure.
Yeah, he does that for sure.
Yeah.
He just will capture every vibe that he's trying to feel, and then he'll absorb it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And it's not like much as like a trend thing or like trying to copy someone. Like, I feel them, and if we're feeling on the same vibe and I feel that energy how they're attacking it, then it just motivates me to like handle that situation the way you're supposed to. Yeah. So
what type of coping skills do you use to help you get up out the bed? Like what's your what's your process?
Well, sometimes I'll talk to some of my friends. Or I always go to music and I listen to music. But this is like, I wanted to say something different. But whenever I'm going through like something mentally, I don't tend to tell my mom or my parents. I always go to like my friends because I feel like at school and friends,
they understand.
Because lots of people at school are going through maybe what you're going through, like stress or something. But parents, they might always want to ask all these questions, but if you go to a friend, they'll be like, yes, I understand.
So what you want me to? What can help us help you?
Just listen. Like just listen. Like
that's the thing, and it's seriously, it's genuinely just listen.
No,
like,
you don't need any suggestions.
And
you
just listen to us.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like now we're in the stage of where we're trying to figure it out, and we're just feeling we just need someone to listen to.
Okay.
If you, like, not trying to cut you off, Maddie, but like just saying like, hey, I need this. When I need this, that's the best you can do, because at that point, that's when we seriously need it.
Okay.
People,
Yeah.
we don't come to you unless we truly, you know what I mean?
Okay.
At that point,
Yeah,
you know?
that's why I'm always like, I don't know if I'm supposed to be giving you advice right now, but all I can just say is just don't stay there wherever he's at.
That's the thing.
I'll listen. If I'm not gonna, I'll just be like, go there, but don't stay there. That's my favorite thing for him. Like, you can go, but just take care of yourself, and so your peers help you.
Yeah.
I believe
Shout out to Olivia, Tori, and Faith. These past few months, you guys have definitely
Matt, you want to get some shout out to your friends?
Shout out to Sophia, Peyton, Jersey.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's good.
Well, I'm gonna most definitely take that
Yeah.
in and
We talked
process
about that last night, though, sis. We talked about how school was important to us because it was a safe haven, because we could be ourselves. So I understand what you're saying. Like, I would cry. I mean, I know that's kind of lame, but I would, because where I could literally go to school and just be all of the personalities I wanted to be. I could just be me, and I have friends who I could depend on to allow me and accepted me and was like, girl, you crazy, but I love you, you know.
love you.
So I understand that your peers definitely help you for sure.
That's why I also, but going back on that, I want to like say that generational difference just with bullying and different stuff like that. Like I just want people to understand when people are like, I'm getting affected by bullying, or like this person or these group of people, like I can't hang out with them, like it's different stuff like that. Like when kids are like at middle school and like our age are saying that's affecting them, because it's not only because you go to school, like my mom was saying, when I went to school, it was about being able to express yourself and doing stuff that you couldn't necessarily do at home because you're with your peers, but when you're not able to do that with your peers, and then you're also not able to do that at home. And then when you're carrying it with the phone and there's no outlet, that's when it becomes detrimental to the person's health, and it's not cool.
I agree.
Yeah, so.
I agree. So as long as you do have someone, because Maddie, I encourage therapy, talking to somebody she trusts. You call her grandmother for information and advice, her aunts, so her bro. So I'm just like,
we don't
go for it.
We definitely have a village, and we don't mind. We are very appreciative for our village, because it's the same for Jalen. He has his grandparents. He got my parents. Even my brothers, if he needs to call for certain things, like he knows how to navigate through his village and figure out who he needs to call for what he needs, for sure.
Absolutely.
And what I'm learning about growing up is like, showing up is not necessarily calling 24/7 or texting 24/7 like that.
Unless you
outlook, unless you're like my mom and Auntie Tasha, and just but you know what I mean.
We do have relationships like that. I got some other good friends.
Like distance friends. Like I have some of my best friends are people I genuinely never talk to.
But you catch up like
we just pick up, and I'm always that way with people. So I just think it's best to have different outlets and different stuff like that.
Thank you. This has been good.
Now can you guys see they are our children?
We just wanted you guys to get a chance to see, the different dynamics of our little family. We're proud of them.
We are very proud.
We're so proud.
Yes.
Lots of love.
We're proud of you. Sorry.
Thank you.
Yes.
How did y'all feel when we came to say we wanted to do a podcast?
Okay, I was about to get into that.
How did you feel when we said we were going to go in business?
When my mom and Auntie Tasha come together, they come up with a lot of crazy ideas, especially throughout my 18 years of life. And
you know it.
So
like, in our lives for a long time.
So when the pandemic and stuff came, and like there was different outlets, a lot of people came up with different ways to figure it out. And my mom and Tasha was like, wait a second, let's go with a podcast. And the concept and the topics and like the way how they were going to go about it, and I'm all about how you execute something, and the execution that they had planned was like, I was like, wow, I'm really excited. And I was just I was ready just to see if they were going to fully go through with it, if they were going to find the housing to like do it and record, and like how the logistics of all it was going to figure it out. But I never doubted how the process. It's just about the process, you know, until you finally see. Some people don't really see it, but when you hear it, especially coming from them, I saw it. So.
Yeah, thank you, baby. He definitely helps us. Our babies, like, they definitely help us. Like, okay, well, wait, Maddie does.
Yeah, Maddie.
How did you feel when we came and said, when Mom said, me and TT Rachel are going to do Blessed Friends and we're going to do a podcast?
I thought it was actually a really good idea, because like it was just like a good concept. Like, you guys really like thought it through good, like to the name, and then like where you're gonna record it, and like how you're gonna record it, and like it was just really good.
Even the Z's, even though I was very apprehensive of that.
Yeah, he's like, don't throw them Z's. Throw some Z's on that. Maddie made our first video. She added. Jalen used to make our flyers. He still helps us. Our kids definitely.
They do. They support us.
They do.
Yes, they most definitely do.
It's me, like, obviously being fortunate to have people like believe in you.
Yeah.
First, love is shared back and forth.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes,
we are the family. You know, we hear y'all here. We take care of each other.
We do.
Yeah.
Oh, that's one thing I tell Maddie. Hey, it is us, girl. We have to work as a team. You know, you gotta work as a team. You know,
we said that. I mean, like, wait, we a team. We gotta come on.
Yeah, like even last night. These next 2 weeks, Halloween's my favorite thing, which I go to clarify what everyone's dressing for Halloween, but we'll get back to that point, wrapping it all up.
Come on, son.
But me and my mom, we were like, we sometimes genuinely, like, if we night owls. So, like, sometimes it'd be like 2 or 3 o'clock and we're like just wrapping up, like finishing up what we need to. We're like, okay, what are we doing? Like last night, we were like, okay, so this is what we plan for the next 2 weeks. We need to go to the gym. I need this for you, you need this for me. We need to clean this, do this, you know what I mean? Like, it's genuinely about making a system and talking and like figuring out.
Yeah, because sometimes we're past, and then we know that, you know, and he know me. I got a little OCD, so I'd be like, sir, I'm saying fingerprints.
O period C period.
And she'd be like right now.
Yeah,
I need you to vacuum right now.
Like, no time, just right now, which I understand because I'm lazy.
I'm like, because he got 10,000 things to do, and then I'm like, what I asked to get done, get on the back burner, but when you saying, Mama, can I da-da-da-da-da?
I do not put you on the back burner.
Yeah, so I'd be like, let's take care of each other. Yes. We have to. And so it's good that we had them powwows, because we do.
Yes.
It's pretty funny.
So any last words, if you can share? You're an 18-year-old young man transitioning to full adulthood. Yeah. Maddie, you are pre-teening, transitioning into this teenage life. If you guys could give any words of advice to anyone in this stage of life at your age, what would you share with them?
We only got Maddie, 4 minutes.
4 minutes, Maddie. Yeah. You go first, because mine's going to go second.
I would just say that it gets better. Because, like, sometimes it get really hard, but, like, you just got to push through.
Yeah. Period. I'll say for someone who recently, not recently, but, middle school around the same time, your groups of friends are not going to be the same groups of friends that you go into high school with. I just want to clarify that.
Or leave high school with.
Or leave high school with, for that matter. I just want to say I only have 1, 2, 3 maybe that I really talk to. And I'm cool with everybody else. No shade to the people. But, like, I'm only, But that's just one thing. And
Chosens.
When middle school, seriously, is like figuring out what you want to be when you go into high school, with sports, developing like your interests and stuff like that. So when you go into high school, then you're able to work on those interests and like figure it out if you like dislike it, don't like it, and then that allows you to figure out what college or like occupation or like different things you want to do when you graduate. My mom taught me that like you have to like have not always have a plan, but have a draft.
Yes.
Or have an idea, and even to the people that are my age right now, like who don't even have a plan or have it to figure out, that's totally okay. You know, like,
explore.
It's especially being 18. It's the world, and especially if you worked hard or did what you needed to, or like try to at least put in the effort. When you have that room, it's okay to be not know what you're doing or what you want to do.
You got to figure it out. You don't know unless you do it.
And like it's hard. It's hard. You got to go to work. You got to go to college sometimes. You got to deal with people. Sometimes maybe be in a relationship. And have friends and do like balance. Just balance. And that's the thing. Balance. And that's the thing. Like I would say is developing a schedule and sticking to it and balancing and showing up for not only yourself and your friends and family. That's the best thing.
It's important. I agree. Yeah. I'm gonna get some parenting advice. I think as parents, especially like millennials, we have a hard time having our kids tell us when we're wrong. Yeah. We have a hard time accepting that we were not the best parents that our children needed us to be because of circumstances or because you just didn't know. But having those conversations with your children so that you guys can become friends and they can come to you and want to trust you and talk to you. And even if they made a mistake, be like, Mom, how do I, they're coming to you where they can trust you. Those type of conversations open up those, levels of relationships where you can become friends. Just my point of view. Like, just, say you're wrong. Like, apologize to your babies.
Because parents have no problem coming to kids being like, ooh, that was...
Yeah.
So, I think it's all about how, when you have a mutual respect...
That's it. Mm-hmm. That's it.
There's no problem coming about, because it's not you saying they're wrong or anything. It's how your feelings, and if your feelings are hurt, everyone's feelings are valid.
Yes, that's true. What's your advice, sis? What you gonna give the parents out there?
I would say communication is the key. Respect boundaries. Your kids are allowed to have boundaries, privacy. I think it's very important. We grew up with
sneaky, but privacy.
Privacy, because if you establish this rapport where you guys can communicate openly, then when Maddie pushes the door up close, man, she on FaceTime. I can hear everything she's saying anyway. So
so what I gotta see her
I'm just saying, like, I trust that what I've instilled in her, what I've taught her, that she will implement that. So, she's figuring things out. So, hey, let her figure it out. So, communication, openness. What else was I saying?
Boundaries.
And say sorry often. Like, apologize often if you do. Because I come to Maddie, I ask her, like, hey, Maddie, is there anything I can do as a parent to better your life? Because I don't know you like that. When you're transitioning, or I don't know what you need at that point in time. Tell me what you need, so
we're
I
changing
can help.
So much.
So ask questions. Even though Maddie don't like it all the time, now I know if she does come to me, just listen and ask. Like, hey.
And pick apart. And if you don't, that's the part of listening when they're talking. It's generally like those tiny details that you're like, ooh.
Yeah, that's what I do. Like a mental check.
And my mom was like, okay, well, so did that affect you because that person did that in that way, or like, who's that? Or like just asking, like really trying to, like, my mom doesn't know who any of my friends are, like, face-wise, but, like...
She know the name.
By names and, like, by personality traits and, like, how... she gonna be. He gonna be. So...
And final note, everyone, it's really rough out here, but I say just remember, have fun. Obviously take things serious, because life is serious, but have fun with it. And be yourself.
Yes. Live a little. That's my favorite thing. Live a little. Be responsible, but live a little.
And be aware.
Well, guys, we're going to close out.
Thank you.
We came so fast.
Thank you.
Talk forever. We wanted to talk like 10 more hours
today. We love you guys so much. Thank you for all our viewers out there.
Welcome back to Blessing Convo.
Tune in to Blessing Convo After Dark on October 28th.
Yes.
It's a Thursday at 8 o'clock.
We coming with it. Yes,
Real and racy.
Real and racy.
Racier.
No.
Oh, God.
See, she got that.
We're out.
Thank you. Bye.